Well, good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, Ben.
And how are we both this evening?
Good evening, Ben.
I'm okay.
What? Everything good? We all good?
Yeah, very good.
What
You're speaking very softly, Adam.
Sorry, I'll speak a bit louder. It's very good.
what's wrong with my positioning?
Need to move over. There you go. You're all good. There you go. Beautiful, John. Perfect. Well in frame. Looking lovely, looking stunning, looking festive as ever. Like our very own jolly old Saint Nick.
I feel very grumpy.
Yeah, I know you do.
Fucking hell, man.
Well, actually, okay, you did say you would wear a Christmas hat for every show in December. You did not specify the duration of during each show that you would wear the Christmas hat.
That's true.
That's true. And I have got the hat on.
That's what we call...
I'm just going to have a beer.
Okay, but that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call a loophole.
I'll start the evening off with one of my fresh beers that I bought today.
What is it? I can't see. We have to move it over.
Wow.
Move it over.
That's a good brand of beer there.
Netanyahu. Netanyahu. Get it off the screen, you arsehole. Oh dear. My God. John, before...
It's trending.
What, Netanyahu is trending?
Well, the beer is.
The last 24 hours since we were doing our Fortnite live stream last night, and the internet was being lit on fire, and not by us.
Well, let's be fair. It's hardly ever lit on fire by us.
I think we're pretty, if people actually came and watched us game, they would be like, shit, those guys are fire. I mean, we call ourselves Team Trash, but that's kind of ironic now, isn't it, guys?
It is.
Well, we started off badly yesterday.
Yeah, no, we definitely did. But Alex Jones, the Chapter 11 meme smith himself, had a 2.5, 3 hour interview with Ye West, formerly known as Kanye West, and my fucking God, what did we watch? What happened over there?
I'm not sure what's going on, right? There is so much in it and so much that you need to unpack that you could probably be here for days trying to figure out what the hell's going on, because it's weird. It's just really, really weird.
Weird is an understatement. He's sitting there in a Balenciaga mask, right? The entire show. So a big puffer coat, a Balenciaga mask, and gloves. And even Alex Jones at one point goes, "You're going to take the mask off, right? So do we even know if that's Ye under there? Do we even know?"
Well, we don't. That's the thing. We don't know who it was.
Well, he was there with Nick Fuentes, and Nick Fuentes was live on the show, not masked up. And obviously Nick Fuentes is the weird 24-year-old Hitler Youth kid. It's really weird, right? This kid used to dress in, prim and proper suits and try and do the whole Hitler Youth thing. And then all of a sudden he's met Kanye, Ye West, and he's wearing the baggy jumpers, and he's all hip, and he's all fly now.
I tell you what, let's just call him Kanye, right? Because this whole Ye thing, it's a bit Prince-like, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll become a symbol. I'll be, it's just trying to reinvent himself. So let's just call him Kanye, right? And what the hell is he doing though? What's he trying to achieve? Because one minute he announces he's running for president, and the next minute he's coming out with off-the-wall statements that can be of no benefit to him.
Well, no, do you know what? About 3 hours before the show, Tim Paul tweeted, "I think Kanye could win the presidency," right? And then what happened, and he retweeted it and went, "Oh, snap." just hold me to account, essentially. He's like, how wrong was I?
Yeah. It's just bizarre. There's so many things, right, that piss me off about this. on so many different levels that I don't know where to start. I genuinely don't know where to start. And the problem is, if I do start, I don't know where to stop.
I think we do start. Adam, do you have a collection of clips for us?
I have gathered some, bits and bobs. Yeah.
Right.
And I'd just like to say the reason why he's called Ye.
Yay.
Is because it's the most whatever.
Yeah.
Is the most commonly used word in the Bible, and in the Bible it means you. So why he would want to call himself that, I'm not entirely sure.
What Bible? What Bible?
Well, yeah.
King James VI or whatever it was. No, what was the Bible? What was it?
Hold on a minute.
All these different versions of the Bible, isn't there?
Let me just interject because they're all saying Adam's too quiet, and you need to turn your mic up.
Okay.
Turn it up a
bit. There we go. Is that any
That
better?
sounds better.
Yeah, that's way better.
Is that better?
Sounds better to me.
Yeah, and if you could just pick your voice up as well a little bit, we'll be fine.
I will speak a bit louder.
That's perfect. That is perfect.
Project, old bean.
Yeah.
Right twat room. Can you hear him now?
Vaughan says
I will
bit
speak
more.
a bit louder.
Is Vaughan there?
Yeah.
Bit more.
Tell Vaughan, well, no, don't tell Vaughan. I'll tell Vaughan. I apologise to you and to Dexter for my outburst. I thought I was being subverted again.
Now, what he thought was he thought he'd find me playing a game and then just hear his voice pop up, going, "Oi, Ballbag, stop it!"
Yeah.
He assumed. He assumed.
Yeah, but
don't worry.
I apologise. I apologise for my outburst.
It is water under the proverbial bridge, John.
Is it? Can we come back from this?
Adam, can you make sure you're sharing your sound as well? Just your sound.
Yes, I will do.
Is this our Harry and Meghan moment with the royal family?
I mean, look, he's got it. I've got it in the chat here from Vaughan. Says, "God, Benny was angry."
There we go. Let me know
yeah,
when you're ready.
I was being a knob.
Right,
it's kind of what I do.
Let's put John's transgressions aside. We'll put a pin in them over here, right? There's a pin in John's transgressions.
Would you stop pinning things? There's going to be nothing left in that fucking back wall except your pins. When did you become like an 80s presenter of business strategy? Where did you pick that up from?
Look, John.
Yeah,
I'm going to take your questions. I'm going to put a pin in them. And I'm going to come back to them at another time.
Fucking hell. I'll tell you what, though.
What?
As a result of certain actions that occurred last night on our live stream towards the end, I have a brilliant video in here. It just needs to be realised because I have downloaded the B-roll and the content required to make it.
So have you?
John's a machine.
Yeah, John's a machine. John's a machine.
I'm not a machine. I'm not a machine. It's not going to paint me in a good light. But
me going, go on, John. Vaughan's going, he's a machine. He's a machine.
I am a sailor.
Yeah. Right. So, we'll take the pin out of Kanye.
Yep.
We'll put him up.
We're still talking about Kanye, aren't we?
Yeah, we've got him ready to go here. Adam shared his sound and everything. Let's have a look at some of the things that he said.
Is he holding a fishing net? No?
Yes.
Looks like a fishing net.
No, it's a butterfly net and a bottle of Yoo-hoo milk. Net and Yoo-hoo. Net and Yahoo.
Butterfly nets are much bigger than them, no?
That's a little butterfly net, yeah.
Right, okay.
For a little kid.
Right, okay.
Right, let's go for it. Ready?
Yes.
Go.
I'm the head of the Mossad. I'm gonna kill you and take the children away from you.
Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler. This is the future president you're talking to right now. I love Jewish people, but
Do you want me to continue?
I mean, let's stop there for a minute. Let's just stop there for a minute.
Why is he speaking in that voice for a start?
It's already John's brain's fried. He fried himself.
Whoa.
You want me to start again, John?
No, don't start that again. Jesus Christ. What a channel when we come out of this. Right, so Kanye's on some kind of weird self-destructive. I don't know. Is this a ploy? Is this a play?
By
Has he
who?
been paid off? Well, I tell you who could have paid him off, right?
Right.
And I'm just going to throw this out there, right? The GOP.
The GOP.
Yeah.
No, see, I don't think so.
Well, everything he's doing is discrediting him, right? And pulling down the people he associates with. And who did he have dinner with last week?
With Donald Trump, yeah.
And who did he take to Donald Trump's dinner?
Nick Fuentes.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just maybe. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
But the thing is, remember, first of all, this guy. So let's put ourselves in the mindset of Kanye West for a minute. And I know we don't really know a lot about him. Right?
How am I supposed to do that?
Listen. First of all,
I'm going to put myself in the mindset of Kanye West. You carry on. Right?
First
Carry
of
on.
all,
I'll be back.
Nobody can tell this man what to do. Not even his wife at the time, Kim Kardashian, right? Nobody could tell him what to do. He's still, despite the fact that he's lost all this money, got $450 million. So he doesn't need any money. When he went to Timcast, for example, he took a private plane 6 hours each way to walk in for 20 minutes and walk out. This man doesn't need money. Yeah. I am worried about what he's going to do.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, and I'm just
Very worried.
A bit concerned.
This is completely off the cuff.
I'm a bit concerned. I'm not going to lie. Shit, where's he gone?
So what is that jacket that he's wearing? Is that a designer jacket?
I don't know what the jacket is, but I know that the face mask is a Balenciaga face mask.
Right,
and he was probably wearing his Balenciaga boots as well. I know he was at least on the plane to the Timcast IRL podcast last week. But also his manager is Milo Yiannopoulos, his campaign manager.
Yeah.
Oh no! He's done it, right?
Okay, I think I might be in the mindset of Kanye West now.
Did you hear any of what I just said?
No, I'm sorry, I had to unplug. Right, so he took a plane to Tim Pools and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's hanging out with Nick Fuentes, who is not just political dynamite for anyone. Would be for the GOP if it was found out as well that he was on the payroll. He's got $450 million left in cash, basically, that he can access right now. So he doesn't need money. Nobody tells him what to do. He's notoriously independent, and he's pissed a lot of people off because of it. I'm telling you, this man is... He's got himself in a spot of bother, and he's playing everybody to make himself the news. That's all he's doing.
Why though? I mean, does he realise what he's doing? Has he had a psychotic break?
Well, define psychotic break.
Well, I mean, he seems to be on... I mean, he's losing billions and billions of dollars. Right? He's cutting ties with all his former sponsorship deals.
Please take that off. Just take it off.
Well, if Kanye can do it, can I not?
I mean, you're not just offending me, you're offending the audience too. Natasha said I'm staying in chat, not watching screen with that on his cake hole.
Why? You told me to
Is
get
that a
into...
motorcycle?
It's a
No,
buff.
we've done it. He's done it. Don't worry. It's off, right?
You told me to put myself in Kanye West's mindset. Right, I don't
Terrified people.
I just don't understand what he's doing.
No, I like whoever 11 said here in the chat. I liked the part at the start where he went to read a Bible passage from his phone, leaving the Bible on the desk right in front of him under his hand. He did
Well,
do
it takes
that.
too long. Have you ever tried to find a passage in the Bible? It takes ages.
I mean, I can't say that I have because I'm not a religious man. And do you know what? I don't think Ye is a religious man. I think he's pretending to be a religious man. That's just my personal opinion, because he's gonna use religion as his get out clause as well as mental health, I think. For everything he's saying here, because Jesus says, love everybody, love your enemy, love the murderer, love this person, love that person. And that's what he's going to do.
Is he gonna play the I'm mentally ill card at the end of this?
Well, you say that, Adam.
Yes.
Give us another snippet, please.
Are you ready? Here we go then.
I was born ready.
Are we laying off the Adolf stuff?
No.
On this
Oh,
clip?
no, we are
Well-
not.
Okay, go
Oh,
on.
no, sir.
This is a left-wing news source, Joe Politics, so I would be surprised if they included that. So let's see what they do.
Also, love Nazis. Germans had a really cool leader one time. Love you, love you, love you. There's a lot of things that I love about Hitler.
Well, I think Hitler did target and kill some people. So I think,
I think Obama killed Palestinians.
this is a new look for you.
Oh no, I've been wearing a mask for a while.
Ah.
Yeah. Hey guys, could you not talk in the back? I'm like really hypersensitive to sound. If you guys
Stop.
want to talk, just.
So what did he mean by that?
By what?
I've been wearing a mask for a while.
That's a good question. I mean, if you want to take it literally, he's been wearing that thing on and off for 10 years.
Okay. Yeah, okay, but is he telling us? Is it like Sean Penn giving Zelensky his Oscar for Best Actor?
Quite possibly. Honestly, I don't know what's going on here. Natasha says showing us the real him, and that might explain the hiding of one's face. That might explain it. You never know. But he certainly is all in on that love, isn't he, boys? For those World War II bad guys.
See, this is the part I don't get, because he knows. I mean, he's been in the game.
I'm not going to point any fingers, but
Apologies.
Right.
Right. He's been in the game for God knows how long, so he should know what the hell's going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
But so he's either decided to step outside the game,
Yeah.
or he's going to try and blow something up, or and when I say blow up, I don't mean literally. He's going to try and expose something or something. But it just seems to be a self-destructive bent, and I can't understand. I can't figure out what the hell he's actually doing.
No, me either.
Can we carry on? Listen to some more?
Come on then.
Just go in the other room, please. Shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, shut up. Shut up. I'm throwing the tablets right now. Shut up. Instagram is about prostitution. So everyone shut up. No one cares. Shut up. No one cares. Jesus is king. Shut up. It's done. Everybody shut up. Everybody shut up. Go home to your scared little Benz and your scared little townhome and your scared little movie contracts and shut up. Don't talk to me about nothing, bro.
What do you think?
There's one place in the Bible where it says God sees sin differently, and there's another place where it says, let me get out my phone. I can really pull up the exact thing it says in the Bible.
No, I agree with what you just said. Let me stop you, because Dave Chappelle.
Alex,
Go ahead.
let me channel.
All right, go ahead.
Channel. If I say, now I forgot what I had to say. Let me meditate. Let me get into a place.
I'm
right
sorry,
here.
go ahead.
Love you, brother. Jesus is king. I love Hitler. Anybody who looks at pornography is a form of a pedophile also. God does view sin differently, and that he proscribed a different punishment. But hey, guess what, Elon? I got a Twitter, and today I'm gonna have Nick and Alex tweet from my account. You like that, Ari Emanuel?
And they're not.
I'm all about free speech.
A Christian can
Definitely not.
I do not know what to say.
Right, let's try and unpack that up to this point.
Bloody hell. I take it that's not quite chronologically in how it went down.
No, these are just clips.
Yeah.
Yes. This is selected by Joe Politics.
Still not, I don't think there's any redemptive. There's no way to redemptively shine this interview, so it doesn't really matter. Even you can see from this point in, and I can see this video is quite a bit longer. Alex Jones looked like the sensible man in the room here.
He does.
Well, he kind of flung him olive branches as many as he could.
Oh, didn't he just? It wasn't just olive branches. He was trying to get him to correct himself and just say, you don't love these specific people, do you?
Have you got that Dave Chappelle clip where he says, this is all you've got to say, bang. That 2-second clip.
Yeah, no.
I
will find that.
We don't have that yet, but
yeah, okay,
but still, this. Do you think Alex Jones was blindsided by this? I mean, he must have known there was going to be at least anti-Semitic tropes, shall we say? But do you think he was probably quite blindsided by this?
I think he's sitting there like me. He doesn't know what to do. That's the problem. He's sitting there thinking, what? He's probably sitting there and he's probably sitting there going, what the hell is going on? What am I witnessing? Why is he behaving like this? What's he trying to do? And I think he's kept him on.
Yeah.
Neither of them walked off. So I think Alex has been trying to go, where are you going with this? And try and get it out of him, but he's got nothing really at the end of it, other than a whole shit show of Kanye just self-humiliating himself.
Right, let's
try and get to it.
Let's go.
stand next to anyone. We can go visit R. Kelly in prison. We can go talk to Harvey Weinstein.
That's what Jesus did.
Yes.
You're not Hitler. You're not a Nazi. You don't deserve to be called that and demonized.
Well, I see good things about Hitler also. This guy that invented highways, invented the very microphone that I use as a musician.
He did not invent highways.
No, right, okay.
He did not invent highways.
He built autobahns
that were designed by somebody else.
Yeah, but he didn't invent them, but he built them. But he built them with the main purpose of getting tanks across the country really quickly. But anyway, right, so, but he's not alone. He's not alone in saying good things about Hitler, because other people have said this as well. Mm-hmm. In fact, I mean, and if I could take you back to fairly recent history, right? 1938, Time Magazine's Man of the Year. Do you know who it was?
I wasn't even a twinkle in my father's fucking eye in 1938, John.
Yeah, but it's relatively recent history, right?
Right.
1938, Time Magazine's Man of the Year was a certain German politician at that time.
Right. Was it Hitler?
Yeah, of course it was Hitler.
He was Austrian, John.
It doesn't matter.
Just saying.
I never said he was German.
You just said a certain German
Time
politician.
Magazine's Man of the Year.
Anyhow.
He was a German politician.
Should we listen to some more?
If you wish to correct me on that point, he wasn't a German politician?
No.
Was he a politician in Germany?
He was a politician in Germany, John.
Thank you. Right.
Come on, let's listen to some more.
Come on, let's do this.
You can't say out loud that this person ever did anything good, and I'm done with that. Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler.
Stop.
Hitler was born Christian.
And then
See, if he had said including instead of especially, maybe.
But why's he got this fat? See, this is
I don't.
again.
It feels
don't
like
understand.
self-destruction, and no, believe me when I tell you that Hitler's faults far outweigh even thinking about anything positive of value that he could have bought, right? But he's worded that really, really strangely.
I mean, right. Let's just step away from there at the moment, and let's talk about Stalin.
Right.
Right. So Stalin killed more people than Hitler.
Yep.
Right. Stalin was probably as a bigger despot than Hitler. Right?
But he was on our side, John, eventually.
But was he? Right. So Stalin is vilified, right?
Rightfully so.
Yeah. But it all gets brushed under the table because he did help us beat Hitler. But Stalin was probably worse than Hitler. Look at Pol Pot in Cambodia. How many people did Pol Pot kill in Cambodia?
Right. Yeah. How many people did Chairman Mao kill?
Yeah, how many people did Chairman Mao kill? Yeah. These people are all despots, right? And they all should be vilified.
Yes.
Now, and don't get me wrong, I'm not apologising for Hitler, right? But why is Kanye fixated on Hitler when all these other people have done more or less exactly the same thing? They've all went to war on their own people to a degree, you know? And Hitler went to war on his own people.
Of course he did.
Because, you know, Jews living in Germany were German.
They were German. Yes.
Yeah. So that was his people.
Yep.
So he attacked his own people, and it wasn't just Jews. I think he took out, he did the gypsies and Romanies and all that as well, didn't he?
I hope that any rational, reasonable, sane thinking person could take what you just said there, John, and go, yeah, they're all cunts.
They are.
They're all
they
cunts.
They are.
Politicians in general.
Well, actually, let me just apologise for that, because you know, I was talking to a young woman yesterday, right? I was talking to a young woman, and she was telling me something about her father, and I said, "Well, he sounds like a cunt," and then she snapped back at me straight away, and she went, "Cunts are warm and useful."
Yeah.
And she was like, he's
right,
worse than that. So I apologise.
So, right, now this is, I'm going to have to word this carefully. Okay. But, how shall I put it?
If you don't think you can say it, you should probably skip it.
No, but I need to say it. That's the problem. I need to say it because it's like, right, I tell you what, let's talk about Stalin, okay? Stalin was a very bad man.
Yes.
Stalin did very bad things and he killed very many people.
Yes.
Right? He had a regime of terror. People were terrified of him. The people never rose against him because it was always too late, because that's the one where they came for your neighbor and all that, right? So that was Stalin. He was a really, really bad man.
Yeah.
But you can turn around today and you can say maybe Stalin wasn't that bad. Maybe he did some things that were good, you know, like his 5-year plans.
But you shouldn't be able to say that.
Well, no, sorry, I think I disagree.
No, okay. No, yeah, that was me. That was me, and I apologise. That was my poor wording. Okay, you should be able to say what you want.
Yes,
right?
You should. And I think if you want to say that you thought Stalin did a good job on certain things, then you should be able to say that, right? And you should be able to question his policies and things, and you should be able to say, well, he did this and he did that. And yeah, okay, I think he did a good job there. And someone can say, well, he actually didn't, when they present you with the facts. Right? And if you present counter facts, you have a discussion about it. But you cannot do that with a certain group and a certain man. That's the part that I really don't like, because if something is real and true, then you don't need to put people in prison when they talk about it. That's the part I don't like. And that's the part that makes me question.
I don't. I completely understand where you're coming from. Yeah.
And wait, don't get me wrong, I'm not denying anything, because these things happened, and you can see these things happen because there were camps. People were in prison. People were shuttled about the country in cattle trains and whatever. People were killed. People did die, right? Nobody's denying that.
But what you are saying, if you would allow me to interject here, is that you would like to be able to at least ask questions.
Yes.
And maybe not even question.
18 countries in the world, you can't ask a question. Now, if it's true, why do you need to put, I mean, and it is true, we know it's true. Why do you need to put people in jail for asking questions when you've got the truth?
Well, see, this doesn't sit right with me either, because
it doesn't compute.
People could say the most vile, disgusting, hateful, bigoted things to me, to you, to Adam there, to any of us, and we might absolutely despise it. We might absolutely hate it. It might upset us. It might make us feel sad. But I think there's a general consensus, at least within this organisation here, that we're not gonna call the police if people do that, right? Yeah. But that is something that really bothers me. It worries me that people have essentially assigned themselves interest groups and then decided that interest group is allowed this right, or this one isn't allowed this right. And
exactly right, Ben. Exactly right. And this is what's happening in today's society now. It's happening again, right? It's happening right in front of us, because they are the single source of truth. And we've heard that many times over the last 2 or 3 years. We've heard, we are your single source of truth. Come to us. Don't listen to misinformation on social media. Come to us. We will give you the truth. We will give you the single source of truth. And when that truth is found to be wrong, which it has been, right?
Over the last 2.5 years, for sure.
Yeah, which it has been, right? What means that there aren't errors in the past as well? And I'm not saying it's all wrong, but you know what? History's written by the victors, and that's the problem, because you never really won that. Ever get the whole truth. Never.
Yep.
Yeah, but who really were the victors?
Well, so that's actually you lead brilliantly onto the next section, right? Because Sajid Javid, right, is resigning. Effectively, he's not standing for the next term, right?
Yeah.
So when it comes to the next election, he will not stand. Fine. Okay. Good riddance. But people are already bleating, he's just going to disappear and not be held to account.
None of them are going to be held to account.
Why would you ever think any of them would be held to account?
Right. Let me.
He said this from day one, right? The thing is, right? Who was ever held to account in World War II?
No.
There was the Nuremberg. There were the Nuremberg trials. But
well, you mean the show trials?
Yeah, but how many people were actually held to account?
People of any significance were poached by other governments.
Tiny amount. And where did all the big players go?
To the United
States, Russia.
Yeah.
Where'd all the scientists go? United States, Russia. What did they do? Run things like intelligence services?
Nuclear weapons?
NASA? Build nuclear weapons?
Rockets?
Yep. There you go. And they did exactly the same thing in Russia.
Let me go back to Sontar.
That's exactly what I thought. He's on his way back to Sontar.
So, this is a hard conversation, right? But I do think that hard conversations need to be had. And it doesn't matter where they need to be had, because we are sitting on the precipice, especially here in the United Kingdom, of having, if you look at the online safety bill and the revisions they've made to it, we are looking at the absolute abolition of free speech. And I mean, not just because of what the government might do, but because the tech companies are going to be terrified of allowing us access to a counter narrative of any kind, because the way that this law is going to be worded is for children. But if children are allowed access to certain things that the government deems harmful, then each time it happens, a social media company will get fined billions upon billions upon billions. So what the social media company's going to do? They're going to China us, and they're going to restrict access to fucking everything for everyone.
So I'm just gonna
for our own good.
Just gonna jump into the chat room for a second, because RCW did come up with something that I think is very, very pertinent. He said justice should be blind, and yes, it should. Justice should be blind, but unfortunately, justice is not blind. Justice is tainted.
Of course, and it's tainted by those delivering it. You know, those delivering justice have a bias, and whoever's in charge, in power, be it government, be it people behind the scenes, whatever, have an influence on that bias, and that bias is usually put in place by those people in power. So do you really think, okay, and we've been saying this for 2.5 years, John, we've been saying this to people and they've not wanted to listen, but the people that have done everything to us, done everything to our children, that are continuing to do this to people in places, I mean, we'll get onto LA County later on, I guess, but the people continuing to do this shit to us are never going to be held to account. They are never going to be held to account. And
They won't be. They won't be. And anyone who thinks they are really hasn't paid attention.
No.
You haven't paid attention to history. And you haven't paid attention to what's going on in the world right now, because no one's held to account in a position of power. No one. I mean, look at these clowns in Australia. Look at Trudeau. How is Trudeau still sitting in that office?
I don't know.
How is he still sitting there after what he's done?
Okay, John. Picture this: in say 10 years, when we look back and we've got a one world government in 10 years' time. We're all using this social credit system. We pay through everything through chips in our hands. And we look back and we see these people running our countries, and we think of them like Stalin, who was excessively brutal and crushed his people, but for the development of Russia, he was, on key. He was on point.
Yeah.
And he developed the gross domestic product, and he moved Russia out of the Second World War very well. But at what cost?
Yeah, at what cost? That's the problem. So
exactly,
it's a question: does the end justify the means?
I'm going to tell you no, and those 3 words should be the most terrifying words you ever hear. Just drill this into your brain right now. If somebody says these words to you, the greater good, run the other fucking way. Yeah. Because what they do for the greater good is never for the greater good. Right? It's for their own good. It is for their vision. And it usually means there's going to be a lot of fucking suffering along the way. And you don't want that. And it's not suffering for them. It's never suffering for them. It's suffering for you. I should be ill more because fuck me, I think I'm on fire tonight. Honestly, I do. Right, now, I want to interject here and sort of move back to what we're watching, because I don't know if you two know this, but there is going to be some breaking news in 21 minutes' time on Twitter.
Okay.
At exactly 10 p.m. UK time, 5 p.m. Eastern time, Elon Musk is releasing all of the Hunter Biden files on how and why it was suppressed.
Wow.
Okay, yeah. On both laptops.
Yeah, so I think what we're going to have to do and on all why Twitter got involved.
Sweating. So before we go any further, what's your prediction for that then, Ben and John?
Well, I don't have any. I just want to see. Everything as it comes. We'll get the information dump. I'll get you to get it on screen for us live, Adam, and we'll just.
I think it's pretty much as we know.
It's election interference, isn't it?
I think he's been laundering money through Ukraine. I think that's quite obvious. Anyone who's got half a brain knows that's exactly what he's been doing. Both him and his paw. You know, I mean, the big man is not. He's not that far away from this. The problem is his brain is, because he's gone. He's gone. Did you see him with Macron in the press conference and afterwards? I mean, Macron was turn around and look at the people, not the fucking trees in the background,
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's lost it. I mean, it's sad to see now, right? Because, I mean, I've never been a Biden fan, right? But it's sad to see someone's decline played out publicly on the world stage as the alleged leader of the free world. And the chat room says, we're a satellite state of America. And you know what? In some respects, I think you may be right. In other respects, I think we might be calling the shots on a lot of things. I think Britain still has a lot of influence, and I don't think that America is actually. They are Team America World Police. They are the world's policemen. But sometimes I think someone's working them behind the back, and I think the centre of financial power in the world still sits in the city of London.
For now.
Oh yeah.
Until it's driven away by our high taxation.
I'm not saying it's a good thing.
Right.
That the centre of financial power sits there, but it does sit there. And the thing is, these people are playing the system. These people are the system.
Yeah.
And it's like Donald Trump says, how do you know the system is rigged? Because I use it. That's how he knows it's rigged. And then he goes back to using it. Because of course he's going to use it to make his tax breaks and things. And I think that's exactly what happens in the City of London. I think the Bank of England is one of the most corrupt and evil private banks in the world.
Yeah. And with that, let's try and get through this video. Come on. And we'll continue to try and unpack it. I know we've gone off on quite a tangent there, but I think the things that have been said so far have been necessary. And because these conversations, they are hard, they are tough, and we sit here and we think, should we say some of these things? But yes, they need to be said, because people need to understand and people need to realise that just because we are about to rip apart the things that this idiot is saying, doesn't mean he shouldn't be able to say them so that we can rip them apart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that is the answer to speech. It's more speech.
Yeah, well, of course it is. And the thing is, as soon as you shut down speech, as soon as you shut down the freedom of speech, people go, what are they hiding? And with just cause. I mean, as soon as someone tells me I can't talk about something, I'm going, well, why can't I talk about it? Why? Well, why are you hiding it? Why?
Shall we go then? Let's go.
Yep, let's go for it.
Right.
Nazis, in my view, were thugs that shook people down, did a lot of really bad things.
But they did good things too. We're going to stop dissing the Nazis all the time.
Oh man, Alex's
the Jewish
face.
media has made us feel like the Nazis and Hitler have never offered anything of value to the world. Also, it's like there's Jewish people that are basically hiding me under their...
The Nazis and Hitler have never offered anything of value to the world. Ben, 2022. Continue.
We could go down all the
No,
videos.
Hold on. What about Alyssa Milano's car?
Let's move on.
Yeah, right. And the secret weapons of the Luftwaffe. Yeah, let's go.
Let's move on.
Floorboards right now under their wooden floors. It's like a reverse version of the Holocaust. George Soros can come to Christ. It is a possibility that he can convert and come to Christ.
Do you want me to stop, Ben?
He just said there are Jewish people hiding me.
Don't repeat it. George, just do not repeat that.
He thinks he's Anne Frank.
I can't get over the irony. I can't get over the irony of a black man extolling the virtue of possibly the most racist and fascist dictator known on earth, right? I mean, this guy hated black people, right? I mean, look at the 1936 Olympics when he went nuts on them.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
you
there is quite a lot to join.
How does
ideologies?
Yeah, but how does Kanye make that mental jump? I mean, the man promoted.
I remember
he promoted the Aryan super race. How can he make that mental jump? For God's sake, he's black.
Yeah, but bear in mind, he's an extremist Christian as well.
Is he any of this? Is this all a performance? Is it all? Because even Fuentes, right? He's fucking Mexican, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, these people are nuts. They're supporting people that would have them shot. I mean, really, that's what they're
Milo
doing.
is gay and a Jew.
Oh.
The fucking irony of this entire situation.
The
Milo's
whole thing's mental.
Milo's a
Who's
gay
gay?
Jew.
Who's gay?
Kanye's campaign manager, Milo Yiannopoulos.
Oh, yeah, right. Aye.
He's an English gay Jew.
I mean, the whole thing's nuts. It's got to be a setup, surely.
Thunder, always a joy.
I don't know for what purpose, but it's got to be a setup.
Thank you very much for the £10 Luke Honey Thunder. A message came up from Kofi. He says, always a pleasure listening to you guys. Thank you very much. We really do appreciate that.
And did it read it out?
It did, yeah.
It did.
Yes,
my face.
it worked. What?
The wording went over Adam's face, and the robot voice read it out.
Well, you can reposition it, Adam or Ben or whatever. Right?
I could, yeah. Give me a second.
Whatever, it worked, and it worked well. Thank you, Luke.
Thank you very much.
We support you. We salute you.
Yeah, no, we appreciate it. We really do. And if you would like to get a message read out by the robot, then you can put a donation there through Ko-fi, ko-fi.com/chasing dissent. Or if you simply want to sponsor my balls and get a ball upon the tree of representation, which you can't see right now, but it is here, you can support me via paypal.me/WillyBricks and leave a little message. I'll put it on a bowl. It'll go on the Christmas tree. Let's continue.
And we need to give a shout out to our people on Ko-fi that are subscribing and paying monthly on that basis as well, because we really appreciate what you're doing for us, and we really do appreciate it and love you.
And the same to all our patrons as well. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's go, Adam. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Right. You got a little bit of the Hitler fetish going on.
It's not a fetish. They call me anti-Semite. They said I'm a nigga in rap. They said I'm loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Okay, James Brown, you tell me who I am. This is the future president you're talking to right now.
I'm not defending him. I'm saying, isn't it good to try to get Middle East peace?
Let's ask Nick.
Yeah, Nick, go ahead.
I gotta watch my accounts because they've been frozen by the Jewish banks.
I get the frozen.
I don't like the word evil next to Nazis. I think we need to look at. I love Jewish people, but I also love Nazis.
It gets to the nature of Judaism, which is the fact that Jews do not believe that Christ was the Son of God, and in fact, they're the only group that hate Jesus.
I just spat coffee all over my wall.
Oh my God. What comment in particular?
I'm not repeating it. He said, I love Jewish people. I love Jewish people, but I also love.
Yeah.
That's it. The coffee went.
How can he say that? I just. It's got
Maybe
to
he
be
doesn't
a
see the
psyop.
connection.
Between what? Between
Maybe
death?
he really doesn't understand the connection.
Between death?
Right.
And that group?
Yeah.
He is off. He's out his box.
I'm going to be very, very generous with what I say here. I'm going to be very generous, Kanye. Okay? If this is real and not the most insane LARPing troll that you've ever seen, if this is real, I think he's a fucking moron who doesn't know how to say, Jesus says you should love everyone.
No. This is way beyond that, Ben. This is way beyond this. This is way beyond the evangelism of Christianity. This is
what he's trying to do.
No, this is a step beyond that. This is I don't know what the hell this is. I really don't, because it's so far off
John,
the scale.
But think about extremist Christianity with 144,000 who are going to the heavenly hope.
They're
the only ones that are going to be left. They are like the SS.
Oh, hold on. Is this something I don't know about?
What's Jehovah's Witnesses?
That's not.
Well, no,
that's not Christianity.
It's a Christian cult.
This is
no,
the most purest form
it's
of
not. No, it's not. Jehovah's Witnesses, not Christianity. Nope.
He had to escape it.
It's not Christianity.
It depends on what you believe, I suppose, doesn't it? Here, and I think if you look into the numbers and
right after the last 2.5 years, how can anyone believe anything? Seriously, I mean, really, how can you believe anything?
Am I even real?
Yeah. Who knows, mate? Who knows? I mean,
am I a CGI construct?
We've been here a few times. Are we living in a computer simulation? Because the most answers say yes.
But I mean, right here, right now, during this show, are people watching me, you, and Adam as human beings? Are we really sitting in these rooms talking to them? Or are we CGI AI constructs? Are we not real? Are we created by the big tech companies to keep people?
If this is AI, it's cutting edge.
And with that, Adam, press play.
I'm going for beer.
Okay.
Oh,
do I need to listen to this next bit?
No, I'll unpack it for you. Don't worry.
Thanks.
Just before we play it, Ben, I've just found where the 144,000 is significant.
Go for it.
In the Book of Revelation.
You mean the Christian Bible, yeah?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And it is all about the 12,000 people from each of the tribes. From the tribe of Judah, Reuben, Gad, Asher. I won't bother reading them all, but there's a lot of them anyway.
Yeah.
And that's where they got these 144,000 from, because they believed there were only a certain number of tribes and only a certain number of people could fit in heaven.
There we go.
Yeah. So anyway, let's carry on.
Yep.
Every form of pornography is only 10 years away from pedophilia. Everyone is so outraged and focused on Balenciaga, but
you're wearing their fucking mask, you moron.
But the whole Balenciaga angle has been set up as well, hasn't it?
I don't know. Let's just, because we've only got a few minutes till I want to move on to our next story. So let's move on.
Then we're still aborting our kids. We're still fornicating. Germans had a really cool leader at one time.
What do you think about the Ukraine war? What do you think about the devaluation of the dollar? What do you think about FTX and Bitcoin? I mean, there's so many topics.
Nick?
You say you're going to run for president in 2024.
I'm not, Alex, you're really good at...
He did that a few times during the interview, actually, when he was asked something that could be constituted as presidential and moving him off of it, because Alex Jones did try, bless him, to lead Kanye down different paths. He just went, I don't fucking know, ask Nick Fuentes, essentially. Because, and then all Nick kept saying was, I agree with Ye. Ha 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 ha. I agree with you. Have you got an old speckled hen there, have you, John?
No.
Oh, you've got another Netanyahu. Got another. Move it towards your middle a bit. Move it towards your middle a bit. No, other way.
Towards me.
There you go. There's another. You got another Netanyahu. I mean, this beer is
It's popular.
It's very popular, yeah. Nick Fuentes, Artifacting Reality, is the leader of a political action group called America First. He's 24 years old, and he is like the poster boy Hitler Youth of 2022. He really is. And he used to wear all, the proper suits and have his hair all slick and do his little broadcasts.
He's a white supremacist.
He's a white supremacist helping to manage the presidential campaign of a black rapper.
Yeah. He is a white supremacist though, isn't he?
I believe, if I won't go so far as to use that term, because I don't know is the answer, right?
Yeah, I think he is. But anyway,
if you think he is, I think he's a fucking racist. Put it that way. but yeah, yeah, he's an asshole.
So
but he's 24 years old. Whatever life he thought he could have going forwards, it's done, right? No one's going to hire him for a job, so he has to keep doing this. If he doesn't keep doing this, then he's literally going to starve and freeze to death with no roof over his head. So he's got to be all in at this point. He's got to be. Anyway, let's keep going.
Okay.
Stating things in a way that gets you sued. Alex, Love you, love you, love you.
If you're upset with what Kanye West has said today,
It's
let me
yay,
remind
sir.
you that Kanye
I changed
West,
it, yay.
excuse me, yay.
Yeah.
Let me correct that. Yay.
I do love Hitler. I do love the Zionists. I love everyone. The Zionists cannot tell me who I can love and not love.
People need to take that for what it is. I wouldn't call you autistic. You have a savantish thing about you. And I think that's a positive, not a negative. Nick, you want to say anything? I hope.
No, we're going to pray. No hoping. We pray.
No, I pray Elon is for real.
No, pray to God, not to Elon.
I pray
to Jesus Christ.
What else do you want to tweet out to folks? Because everything right now is going super, mega, total viral. What is your message to Trump right now? What's your message to DeSantis right now?
I don't know who DeSantis is. I never heard of the guy.
Pause.
It is.
That's a load of shit.
Yeah.
That's a load of shit. Well, it's like...
but that's almost exactly what Trump said in the dinner last week.
Yeah.
He says, who the hell is this guy? I've never heard of him. About Fuentes.
But that's probably true. That's probably true of Trump. This is a 24-year-old kid with an internet show.
Trump doesn't play that kind of game. Trump knows exactly who's coming to his fucking dinner. Come on.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. You cannot tell me that Trump didn't know who was coming. Now, the question is why he let them come.
Allegedly, right? And they told this story during the show, they didn't tell anyone.
Yeah.
And he just rocked up with them.
Yeah, and Trump let them in and had dinner with them. Yeah, that's going to work.
Well,
let's carry on.
Let's carry on because I do have
a lot of good
Nazis
that were just fighting for their country. For them all to get put in a box. They're all in a box. Every Nazi's bad. Well, could some of the Nazis have just been fighting for their country? They're all. We can't put them all in a box.
I don't think Hitler was a good guy. I get the Hugo Boss uniforms, amazing. But I mean, just because you're in love with the design, you're a designer. Can we just kind of say like you like the uniforms, but that's about it?
There's a lot of things that I love about Hitler. A lot of things.
Actually, all the Jews in my life.
Yeah, right. This is getting repetitive.
Have we had enough now?
I think
we've had enough of him.
I think so. I think we've had enough of this, right? And despite what people think of Alex Jones, whether or not they like him, you gotta feel sorry for him.
I think he did a good job.
Well, this morning
he did a better job than Tim Pool did. Right, so he did a better job than Tim Pool did if Tim Pool's job wasn't a setup.
I thought Alex Jones was bankrupt. I didn't think he could produce, this sort of thing. Has he just been allowed to go back to his job and do everything?
I'm going to discuss that in a minute.
Yeah, well done. Okay. Yeah, but is Alex Jones that's bankrupt?
Well, it's him personally that was sued.
Right. So is his company bankrupt? Because
InfoWars.
So
Alex Jones isn't InfoWars. InfoWars isn't Alex Jones.
So the InfoWars parent company is what filed for Chapter 11 this morning.
Yeah.
But Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and we'll talk about that in just a minute because I'll kind of explain it to you what it means because it doesn't actually mean what a lot of people think it means. But I just wanted to touch on Tim Pool for a minute because I don't want to watch any more of this video. I've had enough, right?
Yeah, I've had enough.
Yes. But he did turn around and talk about Tim Pool during the interview, and I'll tell you what he said. He turned around to Alex Jones and he went, "Nobody knows who Tim Pool is. Tim Pool's an NPC." He called Tim Pool an NPC. And then he goes, "You, Alex Jones, you a human being. You a human being. You a real human being. And you got some other real human beings on your Avengers here, Alex Jones." He actually said
NPC is an NPC. Maybe Kanye's onto something.
Maybe. Non-playable character, Natasha. Like in a computer game where you get the robot characters running around. NPCs, non-playable characters. So you can't control them. They're just programmed to do one thing over and over again. That's what an NPC is. So Tim Pool's an NPC. Nobody knows who Tim Pool is.
Well, to be fair, I had no clue who Tim Pool was until you introduced me to him. And I don't mean that personally, because I still don't know who he is. Right. But I know. And I find Tim Pool a particularly annoying NPC.
Adam, for the minute, could you bring yourself back to big screen, please?
Yes, I will do.
Thank you. Right, so let's talk Chapter 11 bankruptcy. So, Chapter 11 bankruptcy does not mean you are bankrupt.
No.
What it means...
protection against it, isn't it?
It's a protection against bankruptcy, which stalls any legal action against you, and this is a significant part of it, for at least 120 days, whilst you restructure and refinance your company. So he's bought himself this morning 120 days, at minimum. Could be up to 140 days before then the creditors take over and can start demanding things. But I don't think he's done this because of the Sandy Hook thing. I think he's done this because he's scared every Jewish organisation and their mother is going to sue the living shit out of him today.
I think they'd be struggling to sue him for this one.
I mean, it wasn't him.
It wasn't him.
But he did continue to platform it, and that's the argument they'll make.
Whoa, hold on. Yes,
no.
You're right.
I agree it's wrong.
You're right. He continued to platform it.
Yeah.
But if you're a platform, you're not a publisher.
Yeah, but remember, these rules are never applied evenly. They're never applied fairly.
Yeah, but you know what? We're back to that statement. Justice should be blind.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. You are right. So as it stands anyway, Alex Jones filed for the parent company of InfoWars to go into Chapter 11 bankruptcy protections this morning. Now, I simply don't feel like it's a coincidence that it was today. That's all. I just do not feel this was a coincidence. The timing, I think he woke up this morning and, oh shit, they're all gonna sue me.
Yeah.
Best put the company into bankruptcy. Yeah, turning the frogs gay. Do you like my Alex Jones impression, Adam?
The whole frogs thing wasn't very well thought out, though, was it? Because frogs are one of the animals that, if there's a surfeit of one gender, they can spontaneously revert to the other gender.
You're a John.
Frogs are your original trans.
The reason I think he didn't do that ages ago, artifacting reality, and it's a very poignant question, and this is from a business standpoint, and this is where I am qualified, right, is that he had his judgment against him. He had, that's done, that's dusted. He now has to deal with how he is or is not going to pay for that. But that's a judgment against Alex Jones, the man, I believe, not against the parent company that owns InfoWars. Now, I imagine all of these lawsuits that he was probably predicting that would come today would go against the parent company of InfoWars. Now they cannot be sued for anything for at least 120 days. So I think it's simply a shield, it's a protection, it's buying yourself some time, as Dave Chappelle rightly said, to make sure that he's got everything he needs to get in order. I think it's as simple as that. So that's why I believe he didn't do that ages ago, because I don't think the parent company that owns InfoWars was really at too much of a risk from this judgment. And he's fighting it anyway, I believe. But they wouldn't have been at too much of a risk because it's against Alex Jones, the man. Anyway, let's go over to Elon Musk's Twitter then, shall we? If we want to go take a look over there and see if he's dropped this information.
Yeah, okay. I'll just head over there and I'll put myself to my other screen mode. Ben, if you would switch me over, please.
Is he doing it via video? Because he says this will include a live Q&A.
Oh, brilliant. We're not doing a live stream. We're not streaming them.
Yeah, 5 p.m. Eastern time, which has been and gone. That was 5 minutes ago. So whilst we wait for this to update, and I think it'll probably just be a thread drop, probably. But whilst we wait for this to update, is he even putting it out?
His last comment?
What's that?
His last comment at that Ian Miles Chong.
Yep.
The MSM is going to hate you for this. Oh, you mean the same MSM that all colluded to suppress the story? That MSM.
Yeah. This man is going to war on one front. Him and let's talk about that actually for a minute, Natasha. Like you said, whilst we're waiting for this to drop, the amnesty, it never happened, did it, John?
Well, He never put a time scale on it. That's the problem. He said it would start this week. Has it started?
29th, didn't he say?
No, well, he said it would start this week, right? So has it started?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Well, we've seen strange things happening to accounts, haven't we?
No, but that's
Like
spam.
yesterday.
That's a spam attack. He's removing bots. And
Right.
for fuck's sake, people, you know what? If you're going to start moaning about losing followers, at least check what's fucking trending, because Elon Musk makes a tweet saying, we're working on getting rid of spam and bots.
Yeah.
So you might see a drop in followers, and then you'll go, oh, I've lost 400 followers. Oh, I've lost 600 followers. Oh, I've lost 800 followers. Oh, woe is me. My follower count is dropping. Fuck off. You know, just fuck off. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
But my point is this. Not only am I not seeing evidence of an amnesty, they're actively rejecting appeals.
Yes. I don't know.
And I can tell you that firsthand.
But the thing is, if it was an amnesty, you wouldn't have to appeal. So the question is, are the appeals automated? Because you put the appeal in before the amnesty was announced, didn't you?
Not before it was announced.
Right. Okay,
My latest appeal was after. Yeah, but before it was started.
Yeah.
But, like I say, my latest appeal for a disabled journo, which was banned for literally no reason, said, no, you apparently I was banned for hateful conduct, still never been given any evidence of this, none whatsoever. No tweet citing the hateful conduct, because there was none.
Right, okay. Right. Let's not concentrate on that shit, because, to be honest, it is what it is. It's not something we can change, and we really don't give a fuck about it.
No, but what I give a fuck about is the trustworthiness.
There is no trustworthiness. Why would you even think there was trustworthiness? Now, right, if you think about Elon Musk, right, he's the man that has rewritten history twice already. He's put himself in as a founder of Tesla and a founder of PayPal. He was neither. He wasn't fucking there. He didn't invent Tesla, and he didn't invent PayPal. He wasn't a founder when the companies were started. He wasn't a founder, and yet, if you go back and look at history, he was. The man's not fucking trustworthy. He puts fucking chips into monkeys' brains and fries them. 15 of the original 23 all died in excruciating agony. The University of California at Davis refused to work with him after it because of the fucking complaints and the problems that they were getting with animal rights people, right? So why would you trust him? He launches a spaceship, apparently with a roadster on it, and says, you can tell it's real because it looks fake. He launches another spaceship that has a fucking mouse running around on it. Right? Why would you trust this cunt? I mean, really? Yeah, he's doing great work on some things, but is SpaceX real? Because it always looks like fucking CGI. It always looks like CGI. Those fucking rockets coming down and landing on their ass just never look real. They just don't.
There's only one reason to trust him, and that's because the MSM seem to dislike him so much. I was watching Channel 4 News tonight, and they were saying that hate speech and bullying on Twitter is up massively.
Yeah,
Elon says it's down.
Elon has got, that's why he did it. That's why he went on and he said, look, hate speech impressions are lower. So he has disproved the MSM. And why are the MSM doing that? Why are they going with that particular angle?
Because they can't control him. That's the problem. He's another Trump. He's a fucking wild card. Would you trust Trump? I wouldn't trust Trump to fucking cross the road on a green man. I mean, the guy's a fucking liability, right? He does some things right. He does a lot of things wrong. People call him an honourable liar or a truthful liar because that's what he is. But he's still a businessman, and you can't trust Trump any further than you can throw him. And he's a big guy. You're not going to throw him very far. I can shoot you.
I'm just gonna tell you now. I will say this. I think you're wrong about the rockets.
What do you mean?
Well, people do go and watch them launch, as is being said in the chat here.
I never said they didn't launch. I said when they come down, they always look like CGI. Has anyone seen them land?
I mean, I've seen video, but you never know.
Yes, but it always looks like CGI, and you never see the actual rocket hit the fucking deck because there's always like loads of blast all around it. But I just, all I'm saying is when they land, it always looks like CGI.
Well, I used to work for the UK Space Agency, and I worked with a guy who believed that Tim Peake was in the basement in front of a green screen.
Oh, fucking hell.
I think Tim Peake
was at the UK Space Agency.
Oh, no.
I think Tim Peake was in the fucking basement, because see some of that shit that you get from the ISS. Like, well, for instance, and I've shown you this, Ben, you've seen it, when the guy drops a screw.
Yeah,
right?
no, yeah, that shit can't really be explained, can it?
How the fuck do you explain that? The guy drops a screw and it goes clunk. Straight to the fucking deck and goes clunk. And then he bends, and to compound it, he doesn't go, oh, there's a screw, right? He goes, oh, fuck it, and picks it up. How does that compute?
Happy fucking Friday.
I mean, it's like, there is no fucking way that the moon footage was filmed on the moon. I'm not saying they didn't go, or they did go. I will leave that for a fucking rabbit hole, which we've already done.
We need to do a spin-off.
Yeah, but the footage was filmed in a studio. There's no doubt. I mean, I did the calculations. There wasn't enough power available in their fucking power. What do you call it? The power cell. You know, the battery thing they used then. There wasn't enough power available to get a TV picture back to the Earth. It's 237,000 miles, right? There just wasn't enough power. The inverse square law won't let it happen. In fact, how the fuck does Voyager, with its teeny little fucking nuclear-powered battery, manage to send a signal all the way back from billions of miles away? I don't believe it happens. I think NASA just make this shit up.
All right, so bringing you back. I'm just going to bring you back a minute, John. We're gonna come on back. Come back to me, John. Kim.com has just tweeted out a poll. So he's been frivolously tweeting for the last 10 minutes or so, reloading at Elon Musk, reloading. And then he's tweeted out a poll. What's happening? And we've got 4 options here. Option 1, Elon has been kidnapped. Option 2, Elon is on the phone with Biden. Option 3, server DDoS by reloading. Or option 4, I don't know, but hurry.
He's another fucking oddball.
Yes, he is German.
He's always been an oddball, though.
Yeah, he has.
Hasn't like his prime minister come to take him home?
Hold on a minute. What the fuck is... Wait a minute. What's whoever 11 going on about because space is 99.99% vacuum? What's that got to do with fucking... What's that got to do with sending a signal through the vacuum?
Put a pin in it.
Yeah, because...
Let's put a pin in it.
It doesn't matter if it's vacuum or not. You've still got to have a medium for fucking electromagnetic waves to transverse, and you still need power for them to fucking perturb that medium. And if you don't have the power, the inverse square law still applies. Anyway, carry on.
Is the pin in firmly now?
No, they will not. They will not.
No, the pin's not in.
The pin is not in because he's wrong. EMF waves will not propagate until they hit something to resist them. They will only propagate through a medium. And if there is no medium, how can they fucking propagate? So your statement is either yes or no, right? If you're saying there's no medium, then there's no EMF propagation. Unless they're using another medium. What's the other medium? The ether? Right. Maybe they're using the ether. Maybe that's the propagation mechanism. But if there's a propagation mechanism where they perturb the ether, then they need power to do that. Because the ether will always resist them. There we go.
Trudy is so confused. And do you know what? This is not somewhere that I can jump in. So, like I said, right, we're going to take this imaginary pin. We're going to place it in this conversation. It's going to go on the wall. It's going to stay there. Probably for fucking ever, John. Right?
What? You know what? You can't send things through vacuum as if it just...
He's still going.
Like one of those Open University videos, isn't it? Well, it's on at 4 o'clock in the morning.
This is quite... if you think about it, if you really... Right, think about how things work, right? Now, what did Tesla say? What did Nikola Tesla say? Not the fucking fake car guy, right? What did the real Tesla say? He said, light is exactly like a sound wave in the ether, right? And Nikola Tesla was pretty switched on. Now, if I try and send a sound wave through a vacuum, it doesn't fucking go anywhere. I.e., in space, no one can hear you scream. Yes?
Yeah.
Right. So if I try and send light through the vacuum, it goes. So it's traveling on a different fucking medium, because photons don't exist, and don't start talking about photons if you're going to bring them up, because they can't fucking exist. Or you would have to open the door, turn the light off, and sweep all the photons out before the room would get dark. You don't do that, do you? Do you have to open your camera and fucking pull the photons out because it's full? No, you don't do that. Right, carry on. Light just flows like that. No, it doesn't. It's an electromagnetic wave like all the other electromagnetic waves, which include radio, and it needs to perturb a medium.
I'd just like to advertise Artifacting Reality and John's new show, Discussing Photons.
Photons can't. How can photons die? They're either there or they aren't. If they're there, they can't die. How can they die? That's like saying, matter just disappears. Does it? Not to my knowledge. It changes state, but it never disappears. Right, carry on.
I don't.
Enlightening, thank you.
You totally derailed this.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but some things are important. And Elon Musk is basically, the bottom line is Elon Musk is not trustworthy. In my view. That's purely in my view. If you want to trust him, fine, go ahead.
I didn't say I do.
But when you see who he's supplying technology to, it does make you question his motivation.
Mm-hmm. Tom, mate. Yeah, it does. Yeah, who's he supplying technology to, Adam?
Well, we're seeing rural broadband being provided by Elon Musk, and we're also seeing the Ukrainian drones, those sea drones, were supplied with Starlink connectivity, weren't they?
They are.
And we're also seeing the UK military, and we're also seeing the American military. They're all.
They're now all starting to piggyback on Starlink, which was originally supposed to be home broadband. That's all it was meant to be, right?
Yeah.
So they're now all piggybacking, much as the military and the police and the emergency services in general have hijacked the mobile phone network, because the mobile phone network now, all the radio communications that the police and emergency services use goes through the mobile phone network now, and not through their own transmitters that they used to have. They don't have that anymore. They have the mobile phone network. And in times of emergency, they can shut the mobile phone network down and use it exclusively. Did you know that?
No.
Did you know that? The emergency services can shut your mobile phone network down and use it exclusively.
Do you know why I do know that they can do that?
Go on.
Because every time we tried to stream from the mobility scooter, the protests in London, those streams were always taken down, suppressed, the networks were cut.
Yeah, but they can do that now, right? Or they can change the scale so the police stuff and the ambulance and fire stuff gets way more priority or whatever, depending on how they feel.
You know what? Natasha's absolutely right. John does need a monocle. So if you would like to buy him a monocle, then please consider dropping a donation to Ko-fi, ko-fi.com/chasing dissent, and put in the little note for John's monocle, and it will be read out by a computer voice.
He needs a bow tie as well.
You think he needs
He's
a bow tie?
Have a monocle.
Bow tie and a monocle, maybe a top hat.
Just you wait. I'll get you with this. I'll get you this tomorrow, because I've got an idea for John's science segment for the main show. Ben doesn't look impressed. Sometimes Ben
can
looks
do
like
a special.
John. That's a good idea. Put a pin in it.
Sometimes Ben looks like a sort of forlorn spaniel, doesn't he? Your hair makes you look like you have huge ears, you know.
Just because I can fucking grow hair.
Yeah, we can all grow hair. I'm not saying we're growing in the right places, but we can grow hair.
We've tackled some amazing subjects tonight, haven't we? We've tackled Stalinism, Leninism. We've gone down the route with photons. We've done, the Jewish nation. We've done all sorts, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. Freedom of speech or lack of it, censorship.
Yeah.
Do we live in a simulation? We even touched on that at one point. Yeah, I mean, we've been all around the houses tonight.
It's been a very jam-packed hour and 20 minutes so far, I think. And it's been nice that people have been joining us. It's nice people have been getting involved. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to hear.
So, back on track. Where were we?
Well, we were waiting for this news to drop from Elon Musk, and it looks like half of Twitter is waiting as well.
I tell you what, while you're doing that, let's talk about Marlene Headley.
Oh, she is. That's the real name of. Go on, do tell us.
Yeah, I'll
take the pin out of this one.
Yeah, of the Sister Spaces charity. Right?
Yes.
Oh, and there's another charity we can talk about later. But yeah, let's talk about Marlene Headley. So that's her real name, not fucking whatever it is, Fulani, right? Who turned up at the palace in full native African dress, which I didn't realise at the time, right? Mm-hmm. So she turns up in full native African dress.
Yes, she does.
Ngozi Fulani, whose name is actually Marlene Headley.
Marlene Headley, yeah.
So there's nothing to see about her charity, which she is apparently the sole beneficiary of because she earned 65k. Mm-hmm. And it went from 0 to 350k a year in 4 years.
Thanks to Black Lives Matter, I believe.
And there was a further 180k paid out in expenses.
Mm-hmm. So what are you saying, John? Is this story fake then?
No, I think she set it up because apparently she went there wired for sound.
Yes, she set it up. It was a setup.
It was a fucking setup.
It was indeed a setup. She was trying...
And her charity had announced 16 days of action prior to this.
Right.
The whole thing was a stitch-up.
And now an 83 is she? An 83-year-old?
Well, Prince William's 83-year-old godmother has resigned her position as a lady-in-waiting, or whatever they call it.
That's exactly right. And yeah, there is an update here. Elon Musk has just tweeted, we're double checking some facts, so we'll probably start live tweeting in about 40 minutes.
Okay, so fine. We might get to them before we finish. So there you go. So yes, she set her up and she sold her down the river, and the palace put her on the fucking boat, didn't they? They threw her under the bus as quick as they could. So this king... And I fucking can't help but laugh because the guy's a twat. I mean, really, does anyone get any respect for Charlie?
I don't have any respect for any of the royals.
Yeah, but at least the Queen had a little bit, a modicum of maybe a je ne sais quoi about her or something. You know, there was something
She was on the money, John.
Yeah, I know she was, but there was something there about her that you felt that in some respects, if she had been the arbiter of justice, she would have been blind to it, you know, and she would have made the right decision. A bit like, what's his name? That guy that fucking cut the child in half because the parents were fighting over it. Yeah, well, you can have a half each. Bang, boom, there you go.
We'll put a pin in that.
So, but you know what I mean? I think there was a certain respect for the Queen in most circles, right? I'm not saying yours, but in most circles. But Charles it's dead. As an institution, to me, it's dead. Just get rid of it. Really? Why we still got it?
Well, it's a dead institution, isn't it? Absolutely, it is. I tell you what else is a dead institution, and this is somewhere I want to go. Hollywood. Have you guys seen the trailer for Indiana Jones?
No.
Yes.
It's called Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
I haven't seen it.
It's literally
I'll tell you what I did see, though. I saw a trailer for a thing called Cocaine Bear, and I want to watch that movie.
Hey, Adam, can you bring up the trailer for Cocaine Bear?
I'm gonna nip to the bog, but yeah, I want to watch that movie.
Yeah, let's bring up this trailer for Cocaine Bear.
I think it looks a bit scary. That actually, I don't know whether I like that.
We'll watch it in little segments and we'll talk about it, shall we? That's what we'll do.
All right, okay.
We'll watch.
There we go. I'm going to switch to my other view.
Okay, I shall put you.
This is from Twitter.
Yep. Just wait for John.
All right. Yep. Okay.
Medic!
Right. So when John comes back, we are going to watch the trailer for a film that's coming out, I believe, in February called Cocaine Bear. This looks like one of the most original films Hollywood has made in a very, very long time, which does fill me with some joy. But
I'm the bear who ate cocaine. This is my story.
yeah, that's the Cocaine Bear has his own verified Twitter account with an official. There, look.
Is it a true story, Ben?
I think it's a very sensationalized story, if you get what I mean. I think there was
by the true story of an American black bear who ingested a duffel bag full of cocaine in 1985.
Yeah, but I don't think that the murders probably happened in the way that they did. I could be wrong, but obviously when you base any kind of movie on a true story, it's always very sensationalized. Artifacting Reality says it's about Hunter Biden.
Let's have a look. There we go. Yes, Cocaine Bear was real, according to the New York Times. Nearly
Take us through the story.
175 pounds. Yeah, well, I can't because it's telling me to.
Yeah, we're not paying them money.
No.
Okay,
basically, a bear ate cocaine in Georgia forest. The drug binge has inspired a movie. There we go. That's from the New York Times. So this is a true story, John. Or maybe not.
I know. It's based on a true story. Yeah.
But like I said, though, it will be extremely sensationalized. However, it looks like one of the most original films Hollywood has come up with in a very long time.
It looks fucking fantastic.
Let's watch some of this trailer.
What's not to like?
Here we go.
A bear high on cocaine?
Medic!
Oh, Jesus. What is that?
Pause.
Beth, we should go.
I think my reaction would have been exactly the fucking same, just... Right, let's continue.
Millions of dollars.
That reminded me of Paddington Bear.
Worth of cocaine.
Having marmalade sandwiches with the Queen?
Yes. But it's the same CGI.
I don't think that's playing very well. Guys,
more of this.
It's fine
Is it
here.
not playing?
Is it playing all right?
Yeah, I'm just getting Adam to pause
okay.
it.
On the stream?
Yeah, it's fine.
They dumped her somewhere.
I'm looking for my daughter.
Forest is a dangerous place.
Hey, Henry, check it out. Something got into it. A deer, maybe.
A lot of cocaine was lost.
Pause.
Stop pausing it.
We have to, for copyright reasons. We have to watch a segment, pause it, talk about it.
It's a trailer?
Even on a trailer?
Yeah, even on a trailer.
It's a trailer?
Even on a trailer.
It's a trailer?
Yep, even on a trailer.
It's a trailer?
Yep.
Sorry, I'm stuck.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but that drug dealer appeared to be Kevin Bacon.
Did it?
It might have been, but I don't think it was.
I'm pretty sure that was Kevin. That's Kevin Bacon.
That's Kevin
That's
Bacon.
Ray Liotta.
Is that Ray Liotta?
That's Ray Liotta, yeah.
It is.
Is he still alive?
That's not Kevin Bacon. You.
Isn't Ray Liotta
Simon
dead?
Cowell.
He is dead, yes.
It's Simon Cowell.
Yeah, it could be.
Have you seen Simon Cowell's face?
Yeah.
Melting.
Right, you can continue.
Ooh. Oh yeah, we
Okay.
covered that in this.
Ray Liotta stars in Elizabeth Banks' film Cocaine Bear. So
There
he
you
was
go.
in it.
That is Ray Liotta. Go on.
Oh wow.
Cocaine was lost. I need you to go and get it.
No, don't eat that. Don't eat that.
Let's see what kind of effect that has on
The bear, it fucking did cocaine. A bear did cocaine.
There was a bear.
A bear?
It was fuck.
Hey, that's inappropriate.
You're safe. Bears can't climb trees.
Of course I can.
higher, baby.
Oh shit.
Get higher, baby.
It kind of seems like the thing that stays with a man forever.
Apex predator. High on cocaine. Out of his mind. Oh man, you fucked.
Shoot it, man. Bear, speed up.
Higher, baby. And don't ever come down.
We have such good luck in nature.
What? Why
Oh.
didn't he shut the door of the
We're
ambulance?
trying to shoot it.
Trying to shoot the
Yeah, but
bear.
why not just shut the door?
I tell you why.
Don't ruin the trailer.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
I tell you why, because it's a fucking movie, John.
Yeah, I would have shut the door. It's like,
Yeah,
why
but
do
I'd
these
have
things
listened-
happen in movies? Why do
I'd have
things
listened to
happen?
Denise. I'd have listened to Denise.
Yes, we were with Denise.
Yeah, I'd have just listened to
We'd have-
Denise. That
Time
film would
to
have been
go.
over.
Yeah, let's go, Denise.
Come
Let's take your ample breast and let's go.
Come on, Denise, we're fucking off. We'll leave these two up this
Come on,
mountain.
Denise.
They can fucking stay here. We're off.
Come with me, doll. You and me will just fuck off and leave them to it.
Yep. You're absolutely right, Denise. Justice for Denise.
Yeah, we and she was the first to go.
I know, she was right. She was right.
She was right, and she was the first to die.
Yeah. Yeah.
For Denise. In memory, in fact, we shall have to name the show in memory of Denise.
To Denise.
To Denise. But you're not drinking it. Oh, you are. What's that you're drinking?
This is
Old Speckled Hen. Old Speckled Hen.
Crafty.
Old Crafty Hen, the big brother.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, fine. You two have got cold drinks on. My Fanta. There you go.
Oh, do you know where Fanta comes from, don't you?
Don't! Do you know what?
Kanye West.
I definitely did not do that on purpose.
That was such a setup, wasn't it? And yet it wasn't.
I mean, it was. I've been waiting to do it to you all evening, John.
Oh, have you? Right, okay.
And it played out exactly as I wished it would.
Oh,
It's
excellent.
fantastic.
Well done.
Well, I've not been well today at all, and I was going to go to the shop and get one of my local shops sells American imports, so I was going to get some Yoo-hoo milk, and I was just going to sip.
Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders.
Sometimes it depends how much money you got.
Okay.
I've been to the Dallas Cowboys stadium.
Have you know?
Yeah.
Did you see the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders?
Yeah, I went in the locker room too. Oh, yeah.
Good.
And I saw a Thanksgiving Day match.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really good. It was really, really good.
Right.
Whoever 11 says, join the Discord, folks. It's great for you and free.
It is. It is great for you.
Free.
So what?
What?
Where were we? You were because we did talk about Cocaine Bear, but you were going on about something else.
Indiana Jones and the Dial of fucking Destiny.
Oh, yes.
I'm taking it. You're not as hyped about watching Indiana Jones as you are about watching Cocaine Bear.
It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, John.
Cocaine Bear's got this kind of Sharknado thing about it,
Yeah, but
hasn't it?
yeah, and quite good CGI by the looks of it.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a scene in the Indiana Jones trailer where Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford, is up on a horse, and they obviously haven't completed the CGI yet because his head is separate from his fucking body. And this is in the trailer. Look,
They use AI.
Put it on, Adam. Put it on the trailer and just zip through to the bit where he bucks up on a horse. All right? And just watch that tiny little segment where he bucks up on a horse.
Yeah, but they're doing that all the time now. They did it with what's her name, Princess Leia in Star Wars, didn't they?
Yes, but this is old Harrison Ford. This isn't even when they're trying to make him young, because this is a time travel movie. We're getting 2 Indiana Joneses, old and young. Oh yeah, it's a fucking time travel movie, John.
Simon Cowell was trying to audition for that.
And I'm telling you, they put out their.
He went from Simon Cowell as he is now to Simon Cowell's in the universe where he melts.
But they've put out their big debut trailer. Remember, this film was supposed to come out this summer. Right, here we go. Look,
Okay.
look.
Is that the head?
Yeah, put it full screen. Right. Put it full screen. His head is not on his fucking body.
It's not. You're right. Look, there's a clear delineation there, isn't there, between the head and the body?
His head is not on his body.
Right. He's not got a neck.
This is like the moon landing all over again.
Play it, because it's even worse in motion.
This is better than the moon landings. This is ridiculous.
It's even worse.
Do you know what? I've never noticed that. I've watched this trailer a few times now.
I haven't seen it. I've never seen it.
That's the first thing I noticed.
Oh my god! It's like when people
tiny head.
It's like when people make memes, you know, and they stick someone else's head on somebody's body. That's exactly what they've done there.
But this is a several $100 million movie, and this is their big debut trailer.
Get to freak.
I can't believe they've done that. I mean, his head looks alright.
Because he's real. Harrison Ford is not there.
Aye, he's all right. He's there. That's not Harrison Ford.
No, they've just put. Look at that! Look at that!
Oh my god, that's shocking. What age is Harrison Ford? He must be
He's
like
80.
85 or something.
He's
Yeah,
80.
right.
I can't believe they've done that.
This
Looks
man,
fine.
and this is
fact in reality says looks fine.
And this is why I said it's embarrassing, because this man is 80 years old. They had to delay filming again, like they did on the Force Awakens, because Harrison Ford got injured.
Yeah.
He's an old
Stop
man.
doing the fucking stunts, old man.
Yes, but he spent most of the time filming this movie with black dots all over his face, so that they could CG render his face.
Well, they did. They used AI, didn't they, to make him young? They actually used an AI program to do it.
Hell. Fucking hell. Oh, God. Oh, my God. You've got a treat coming on Monday. Oh, my God.
Have other people noticed this, Ben?
Some have, but I the first time I saw it, I watched it. I was up. You told me it was out. You told me the trailer was out. And
He doesn't look like that now. That's him like when he filmed Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
But listen, I was in bed. You told me.
I'm listening.
And I put it on, and I thought his head was going to fall off, and I went,
I can't get over that.
It's ridiculous. Oh, come on, give Indy a break. You know, the guy should be dead by now. But let's face it, he was fighting the Nazis.
Yeah, he's going to fight the Nazis again in this movie.
I mean, when he started, he was fighting the Nazis in
No,
World War II.
that was Indiana Jones in space. Or it might have...
That was the Millennium Falcon.
That's what I'm saying. No, but when Indiana Jones started, he was fighting the Nazis in World War II.
And he's going to do that again.
How fucking old is he now?
There he is.
So this film is set in 1969, and Indiana Jones
why is he
meant
fighting
to...
Nazis?
This film is set in
He's always
1969. He's going to travel back in time to fight Nazis with his young self.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Is this going to explain how he didn't make any difference at all to the first movie?
Allegedly, and this is just rumours. This is just rumours at this point. But allegedly, the current ending of the movie is that young Indiana Jones is going to sacrifice himself, which Back to the Future's old Indiana Jones, and it's like he never existed throughout the latter part of his life.
Well, let's face it, because in each of the movies, Indiana Jones made no difference to the outcome.
No.
Why did they go with that, the Dial of Destiny, as well, when this is the real Indiana Jones 5? This one here, Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis.
They've gone with the Dial of Destiny because they need a way to get rid of the old white man so that Phoebe Waller-Bridge can take the hat and whip and become the new Indiana Jones for a Disney Plus series.
Who?
Right.
Right, you throw these names out like people, you expect people to know them.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge is a British actress, very, very woke. She's a British actress and writer. And also Kathleen Kennedy of Lucasfilm, she's the head of Lucasfilm, is doing everything she can in the franchises that she's operating to get rid of the crusty old white man and introduce young, diverse female character in their place. Star Wars The Force Awakens, Last Jedi especially. Star Wars Saga was about disparaging, getting rid of the old guard, a new, diverse, woke, female-led cast. They're doing the same for Indiana Jones.
Right, here's the thing. And bear with me on this one, right?
Okay.
In your Star Wars universe that you like,
yes.
Okay. Why do people fight with lightsabers as if they're swords?
It was a religious thing, wasn't it?
No, but if you think about it, right, there is no defense against a lightsaber.
Not even another lightsaber.
All you need to do is hold it and go. Because there's no momentum on a lightsaber. You just go, and there's no defense. So all this fucking whoosh, whoosh is stylized shite. That's not physics.
Yeah, but John, it looks fucking cool. And it
might look cool,
and it gets
but
the
it's
old
so
money.
Fucking wrong. It's so fucking wrong. If I was a Jedi, you wouldn't get fucking near me because you just go, and you'd be dead.
They just wanted to recreate space pirates, didn't they? And
yeah, they did, but if you think about it, the physics don't work. So they're completely wrong, because a lightsaber would be indefensible unless you had some sort of fucking massive shield so the guy couldn't get through it. You couldn't do what they do because they'd just be going like that at each other. And somebody would lose an arm straight away. You're
going to put an eye out with that, John?
Yeah, I've just spoiled every lightsaber fight for you. You're welcome. Because you'll now be watching it going, that's not how lightsabers would work. You just go like that and the guy would be dead. It's like sword fighting in space. No, that's not how we do it, chaps. We just go dead.
Right, we'll put a pin in that.
Hey, where are we now?
I think that needs to go on a mug, don't you? A picture of my shit. A picture of my shit-eating grin. Yeah. Put a pin in that.
Yeah,
probably. We'll put a pin in that. I've been saying it to him quite a lot this week, actually, on the morning meetings, haven't I, John?
Yeah, you have. Yeah. You get to the... Oh.
And Vaughan is absolutely right, by the way. It's because they have weight due to the Force, which is imbued in the Kyber crystal when the Jedi selects it as an apprentice.
No. What a load of shite, Vaughan. It's a lightsaber. It's a laser. There's no weight in it.
He doesn't know his Star Wars, Vaughan. No, he doesn't.
Star Wars sucks.
Star Wars post Disney acquisition mostly sucks, yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, mostly.
Woke shit, isn't it?
Andor's pretty good.
Andor's actually not bad. It's not bad.
The Mandalorian season 1 was actually really good.
I don't think I ever got to the end of season 1. Did season 2 go downhill?
It's okay. It's not great. It's not fantastic. Obi-Wan was fucking awful.
Oh, he is. That Obi-Wan thing was, like you said, he was just phoning it in.
Ewan McGregor was just phoning it in, but
yeah, he was shocking.
He was a side character in his own series.
Yeah.
He was a side character in his own series. It was about protecting a young Princess Leia, who was the main character in Obi-Wan series.
And she was super annoying. Despite
the fact that in Star Wars canon, Obi-Wan and Leia had never met before they boarded the Millennium Falcon together in A New Hope. But now, all of a sudden, they have.
What does canon mean?
The established law.
Okay.
The official narrative, shall we say.
But it's a movie.
Yes, but it's a series of movies and an expanded universe, John. I mean, how many movies are in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? How many cookie cutter movies are in the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Same movie. Bad movies are in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
It's like when all of these people said, when all of these people said to me that
all bad.
Trudy says Ben, her son, loves Darth Maul, and Darth Maul was a fantastic character, and his lightsaber was fucking shit hot. And Ray Park.
And then again, you would just go. and actually, there was a hint of that because in Obi-Wan, somebody did that with a lightsaber. They just started spinning it, and it became like a disc.
That was an Inquisitor, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so at the conclusion of this show, at least me and Vaughn, I don't know if you guys are coming along, but we're going to play for an hour on the older Fortnites. So are you two going to join us?
Maybe.
I may be researching lightsabers.
Do we stream it on the other channel? I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. But anyway, we've still got a wee bit to go. We've still got 10 minutes of this. Possibly Elon might tweet.
Yeah, I'm still waiting. I am still looking.
Yeah. Hey, right. Oh, God.
If you do a search on YouTube, you can find the world's first proto-saber, a real burning lightsaber made from plasma.
I've seen it. It's really quite terrifying, isn't it?
There's no weight behind it, Vaughn. You could just move it about however you liked. Within the restrictions of the gas tubes supplying it.
Yeah, pull the video up. Let's have a look at it.
Okay.
Let's have a look at this proto saber.
By a company called Hacksmith Industries.
Okay.
I'll switch over.
I bet they go like that.
There we go. I'm going to just flick through it quickly just to get us to the point we want to see. Look, there's our friend Star Wars Boy. Remember Star Wars Boy?
Yeah. He
was brilliant, wasn't he?
Just acting. Yeah.
I don't need to see all your shit. Just show us a lightsaber.
Yeah, show us a lightsaber.
Come on.
Just trying to get through to the point.
Come on. Show us a lightsaber.
Leaf blower.
A leaf blower. Yeah. Right. Okay. Fantastic. Oh fuck! Did you hear about the guy that? Did you hear? I can't see it. I can't really see it, can I?
I have no idea what you're going to say, so I don't know if you can say it.
A leaf blower.
No, there was a guy. Are
you talking about the wood chipper?
Yes.
True story. True story.
Yeah, true story. Guy fell into a wood chipper while climbing a tree.
Right, I believe he would. I believe he.
Tungsten rod here.
Yeah, right. So it's not really plasma. That's shit. That's just shit.
I believe the poor gentleman was scattered all over a Christmas light display as well.
Yes, he was. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing. That's shit. That's not a lightsaber. That's a fucking tungsten rod saber. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, that's not a lightsaber.
No.
Oh, fuck off. Fuck off, mate. You can't hide that in your pocket, can you?
Nope.
And it doesn't retract either.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You can't hide it in your pocket. Yeah.
No,
fucking turn that shit off. I'm not interested.
No, that's crap. That's a load of crap.
That's sensational rubbish, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. Debunked. Debunked as absolutely pathetic.
Dr. Peter McCullough is trending.
Yeah, well, he's saying that the treats don't come out of your body. Or he's saying there are studies that are tending to indicate that, and I think he might have a point.
He's actually saying that it looks like the messenger RNA is transferring from the treated to the untreated.
No, he's not. He's not saying that. That's the headline, but that's not what he's saying. What he's saying is there is a potential for that to occur if you want to get close enough and have like intimate contact with those that are treated. So, should you be out there as a pure? Can you say pure blood?
I don't know.
But if you're out there as a pure blood and you don't want to mix it with the dirty, then don't get intimate with them.
Then don't believe in miracles.
Don't get down and dirty, because you will be dirty if you get down and dirty.
I can neither confirm or deny this statement. I'm
Well,
not
the
a
studies
doctor.
are
I'm not a
tending to
scientist.
indicate that that's the case, because it's been found in breast milk, secretions, blood, bodily fluids, sperm.
But if you're to believe people who are mainstream scientists, then that just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen, John. It stays exactly. It stays exactly where it is.
See, things are starting to change, because they're kind of switching over towards the fact that maybe we didn't know what the fuck we were doing. Maybe actually pushing something out on a like a 6 or 7 week cycle that the previous record was 7 fucking years. Maybe we actually didn't quite do it right.
What I will say is this: they should have looked at the entire situation from the very, very start, and before any treats were available, the entire situation, and looked at China and gone, put a pin in that.
Yeah, they should have.
That's what they should have done.
Well, pretty much like Sweden did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweden went, let's wait and see what happens.
Yeah, we will put a pin in this, and we will see what happens. Yes. We will put a pin in the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Twitter whale, the fail whale?
Yeah.
When Twitter was over capacity?
Yeah.
Right.
And it used to come up with a picture of a whale.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. I've just seen it on Kim.com's tweets about the can Twitter Spaces handle over 1 million users? I guess we might find out today.
Is he doing a space?
I imagine that will be how Elon announces the.
He's going to do a space.
No, because he says live tweeting.
Right.
Does that mean a space?
No. It does not mean a space. He's not going to. Okay. He said we're double checking some facts, so probably start live tweeting in about 40 minutes. So just a thread. It's just a thread. Do not worry, Kim. There will be no space.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Are we going to come back on live and talk about this?
Fuck no. What?
Ben's not committed. He's not committed to the channel anymore.
I'll do a video about it tomorrow. I'll edit it and all. I'll make it look real good and make it look real nice. Put it out for you, John. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
Oh, Artifact in Reality says, don't play out the pin joke. And then he said, let's put a pin in it.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Who said anything about this being a joke? This is how I rein John in. This is not a joke. John goes off on a tangent. He wants to talk about something. I think that's a bit risque. Let's put a pin in that.
But a lot of the things I talk about are valid, are they not?
Did I say they're not valid? I think every opinion that you have is valid.
What about this clown Bear Grylls visiting Zelensky? What about that?
I've been on the most challenging journey of my life. I got on a plane to Kiev and got a nice guided tour.
And to top it all, I'm not staying in a 5-star hotel tonight.
To top it all off, I've got a film crew with me. This is Bear Grylls in Kiev.
So what are they doing in the tent? What did he say to him?
I have no idea.
What I wanted to ask was how he was really coping.
Oh my God, get to fuck.
Good old Bear.
Yeah, well, he's saying if you send me money, I'll cope better.
And if you send us money, we'll definitely cope better.
Did you ask Zelensky how the money laundering is going?
Do you know what? I'm going to say something, and I think this applies to all of us. I think we could all say this. Like, fuck, I need a holiday.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Don't we all, mate? Don't we all?
I need a holiday.
Are you suggesting you go with Bear Grylls to Ukraine?
Fuck no.
I'm going to have to go in search of my van because I phoned the mechanic and he didn't reply.
Has he stolen your van, John?
To my texts. Well, I haven't got any fucking money to pay for it, but I'm still waiting for him to tell me it's ready. I'm getting worried. He's not replying to me anymore. I'm going to have to go in search of it.
Do you know where it is?
Yeah, I know where it is, yeah.
Right. If you need muscle, I'll come up.
It's all right, mate. If worst comes to worst, it's insured.
Okay, I will put a pin in that.
Yeah, you do that.
We will put a pin in that. I think Elon Musk is not going to start live tweeting whilst we are here. So even if he does, I think it might be time to start wrapping this up. What do you guys think?
I think so.
I think this has been a brilliantly attended, enjoyable, fucking packed show.
The fuck? Sorry, I've just seen a horrible picture of what looks very much like Barack Obama sniffing a small Asian child. I didn't realise they all sniffed. I thought it was just Joe.
They're sad that we're going, John.
Sorry. Well, we push it out. What are we getting to talk about? Let's talk. We push it out for 5 minutes.
You want to push it out a further 5 minutes?
If you want, I don't mind. I'm easy. What do you want to talk about? Right, what haven't we covered? Because there's a big world out there, you know. A big world. What haven't we covered? Well, in fact, let's throw it to the chat. Is there anything you want us to cover? Is there anything you think that we can impart you some wisdom on? Some knowledge, perhaps? Or just general opinion and shit?
One thing I will say, and I will announce, is Monday morning, me and John will be doing some news review on Rise with Sonia Polton.
Got to be up early. So no impromptu after dark on Sunday night then, by the sound of things.
No, we have to be up nice and early and we have to look our very, very best, John.
You're right, Trudy. Ben has an addiction. Ben is addicted to some silly game. You're correct. And he needs to tamper it.
At least that addiction's free.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. That makes it worse because it's then readily available to you and people don't look down their nose at you. Yeah,
it's like social media. It's never truly free.
Yeah, it takes your time, mate, and your time is worth money.
No,
because you could be doing other things to promote the channel, like what I do. Like I make things and like shorts and things like that, and put them up while you're away playing your silly game.
I've started making proper content again.
Oh, okay, all right, okay. One fucking video.
It's a start.
One video in 6 weeks. So yeah, okay, you're right.
Right, I have a story for us.
Go on. What's the story?
Put me big screen if you wouldn't mind, Ben.
There you go.
Onto the. There you go. So this guy plays games. He's a mega church pastor, and he told his congregation that God wants them to pay for his NVIDIA Titan V graphics card.
Good man. Yes.
And if you'd like to pay for us an uprated graphics card for me, I'm very, very happy to take any donations at kofi.com/Jason Dissent.
And if you'd like to sponsor my balls, you can do so by sending me £10 at paypal.me/WillyBricks and a little message, a little Christmas message. I'll put it upon a lovely ball and it will go up on the tree for the whole of the Christmas season. And your name will be on it also. And they're very nice. They are very nice.
They're lovely.
Very lovely.
And also lovely.
And also this year's Christmas bash. I don't know if John wants to get involved with the Christmas bash show. I usually do it by myself because he doesn't like singing to people and stuff like that. But
I don't sing.
we could give you a 5-minute stand-up section, John.
What, like comedy?
You could do some jokes.
Jokes?
You could tell.
Well, I think I tend to think more of my comedy as, or if you would even call it comedy, as observational rather than jokes.
Okay, so I will be. I will be doing.
Laughing at you fucking reverse hat wearing twit.
So once again,
it's tragedy, not comedy.
Oh, you don't like my observational humour.
I will be doing the Christmas Bash show once again this year. I will be doing. There will be no news. There'll be no politics. It'll be chat, humour, music, fun. We do it.
I may make a guest appearance.
He may make a guest appearance. It will be a fundraiser, so we will be raising some money for me.
Did somebody fart?
I think that was Adam.
It's my stress ball.
I fucking thought Joe Biden slipped into the chat somehow.
Sorry, Trudy, I apologise. I think we've upset Trudy now. Well, I am with this. My stress ball.
Oh my.
Also, to make these shows when I do them, and people do ask for them for some reason, I don't know why. But when I do these shows, usually you can watch them back. But to make them a bit more exclusive, the second they're over. They're getting deleted. Same with the Christmas Bash. So if you don't watch it live, you don't watch it. So come and join and have some fun. Get involved. I'll give you an exact date closer to the time. But it could.
Exact date.
It might even be Christmas Eve. I'm not sure yet.
Christmas Eve.
Yeah, might be.
Very close to the wire.
Might be. And I'm thinking about getting the old beard and wig and a better hat, because you had to one up me, didn't you, you bastard?
I just picked one. I just picked a hat up from downstairs.
It's a Harrods hat, that is.
It is.
It's not a Harrods hat. It's just a hat.
I mean, look at this, and then look at that. Look at that.
That is luxurious. Look at the way the fluff on it is just so.
Does the material feel as soft as it looks?
Oh, it's fucking gorgeous. You could. I'll have a wank into that later.
Okay, that was a bit far.
I wouldn't really. Why waste a good hat?
we will definitely put a pin in that.
Sorry. Sorry. Oh, yes. I'm not. We've overdone it. What about Switzerland?
We did want to talk about Switzerland tonight. Let's touch on it briefly. The bullshit.
Yeah.
And it is. Well, I think it's bullshit.
Well, why do you think it's bullshit?
Well, okay. Let's start with Bernie Spofford, shall we?
Yeah,
and her
okay.
tweet.
I'll find the tweet.
You find it for me, Adam, because I want to.
Yeah.
I do. We'll go to 10 past, quarter past, right? Because I want to rip into this. I think that there's these people who have pretended to be leaders of the so-called freedom movement, and so-called responsible for lifting. What the fuck have they done? Except send a few tweets. Nothing.
Yeah.
Right. But these people have done nothing to actually help anybody. All they've done is propagate fear and try and push along narratives. And this tweet really, really pissed me off. Just if you could find it for us, Adam.
I think. Yeah. Has you pulled it up? No.
He's on her.
I'm just scrolling through her tweets.
Please tell me she hasn't deleted it. I was worried she might have deleted it.
When did she put it?
What one is it? What's that about?
If you quickly jump
there
into
we go.
there we go. There
8
we
hours
go.
ago.
So she's actually left it up. Fucking hell. So Bernie tweets here.
Oh yeah.
Switzerland, to reduce energy consumption, they will be temporarily banning the use of electric vehicles. They spent all year ramping up sales, and now owners can't use them. And then she posts this document here. Read the fucking document, because it don't say that.
No.
It don't say that at all.
What does it say, Ben?
Well, what it says is, if there is an energy shortage, we have a 4-stage plan to cut use within the country. And I believe on the very extreme end is when they do this. Now, Bernie's phrased it as if they're going to do it, that they will be temporarily banning the use of electric vehicles. Does not say that. Says if there's a catastrophic energy shortage, we may do that.
Well, does this not remind you of something that was supposed to have occurred like a couple of weeks ago here?
Yeah, what you mean, the rolling blackouts?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those. Yeah, it's bullshit. It's not
that
true.
Was the National Grid. They actually tweeted, didn't they, to tell us that there was going to be blackouts, and then they retracted that.
Yeah, they deleted it within like 10 minutes of putting it out, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what they're trying to do? Are they setting the scene, or are they just?
It's Project Fear.
Are they just trying to like gauge public opinion?
Yeah, it's Project Fear. That's what this is. It's just Project Fear again and again and again. And people like Bernie here, who claim to be these truth tellers, these freedom fighters, misrepresent this for what? For what? Why is she? Because the way she's phrased her tweet, she is saying, electric car owners will be temporarily banned from using their vehicles. It doesn't say that's going to happen.
Yeah.
So what's she doing?
Yeah. So she's purporting to be something she isn't, and there's another group purporting to be something that it's not supposed to be, isn't there?
Who's that?
Well, I think they use initials, but I think they call themselves the UFP.
Oh, you mean the United for Idiots?
Well, no, yeah. So they set themselves up as an accreditation organisation, which I thought was a laudable thing to do, and was fully on board and would have supported that. But I think you'll agree with me. From the very start, I was very, very vocal about it not being. I was very vocal about it not being an activist organisation.
For context, the three people you see before you on this screen essentially built the United Free Press.
Yeah, but I, as an accreditation organisation, I was 100% behind it. 100%.
Well, that's because me and you were going to do it ourselves.
Well, yeah, and I still think it's a great idea, but you can't be an activist organisation if you're an accreditation organisation. You've got to pick a seat and sit in it.
So Artifact
you can't jump around all over the cinema, right?
Well,
so what are they doing now? Now they've got some, and they're doing a kind of John Bow thing, where they're promoting, a cause. They've picked on this. And I mean,
okay.
It's a heartbreaking cause, but they've picked on a cause, and you don't put yourself behind a cause as an accreditation organisation. That's an activist thing.
So we're being asked in the chat. You got disowned. What happened? Should we tell them what happened?
Yeah, go on, tell them.
Should we tell them what happened?
Yeah, tell them.
Ben, before we move on to that, can we just look at this tweet as well? There was another one that I saw tonight. Breaking news from the BBC about Strep A. Six children have died from a basic condition called Strep A, including 5 under 10-year-olds in England since September and a child in Wales.
Right, and?
Yeah.
There are lots of people that are suggesting that this was down to lockdowns and a lowered immune system.
But it's probably...
So whether you believe that or not, or whether you want to go down the...
So the first step is you step back and you say, how many kids of that age normally die of Strep A? Right? So you look at that first, right? The Strep A is a bacterial infection, right?
Okay.
Okay, so it's nothing to do with viruses, right? So we can rule that out straight away. So if they've got Strep A and they've got a bacterial infection and they're not properly treated, how much of it is to do with not being seen quick enough by a doctor? Right? Not being properly diagnosed, not being appropriately treated, right? And lastly, how much has our immune system been lowered by, one, the fact it's winter and you don't get enough sunlight, nobody takes vitamin D, which you should do if you live in Northern Europe, and if you've been cooped up for the best part of 3 years, yes, your immune system probably is going to be a bit lowered. So there's a lot of factors in there before you even start thinking about putting a fucking headline out, BBC, because all you're going to do is make people scared. And that's, again, you're straight onto the fear porn, because fear porn is good for clicks, isn't it?
Yep, it is.
So,
in the last 5 minutes, we will try and explain what happened. So, where do we begin? I suppose we begin with the fact that Basically, anything you can see from them, their website, anything like that. The man in the middle right now, Adam, you built it all, didn't you?
Yeah, we did.
And you did.
Well, yes, yeah. I mean, with their direction, they, you know, the guy that ran it, Kerry, came up with the plan. You know, there was project management sessions we used to do every Friday night, didn't we?
We did
discuss how it was going to go and what we were going to do for it, and we got a bit suspect, sort of quite early on, really. This things weren't going to plan.
No, but still, you put in God knows how many hours, and you built absolutely everything from scratch by yourself. You may have got direction, but you did the work. And you did it for how much money?
Oh yeah, it was completely voluntary.
Everything we did was voluntary. We were working weekly, like on top of trying to build this and other things to try and build that. In the background, I built the Twitter account completely from scratch, and the majority of the followers that it still has to this day are people who came from my recommendations and came because I was running the Twitter account. John did all of the planning and organising. John kept everybody on their toes, and we provided most of the talking points as well. So it was supposed to be a group of independent journalists that were sick of being censored that would come together, form a charter of ethics, and offer an accreditation so that they could be recognised as journalists. That was the goal. That was the plan. That is all me and John wanted to do. And John, as he said, was very, very, very hot on it not becoming an activist organisation. The UFP themselves should not create content because it's not about that. It's about accreditation. I was elected because we elected board members, didn't we? And what did the board elect me?
You were the second in command, weren't you?
Deputy chairman of the organisation.
Hello.
And this, I believe, was a threat to Mr. Murray, because at the first opportunity, he said that I asked a police officer on camera, "Is your job not to serve the public rather than control them while they were trying to do what they do, browbeat, bully beat, big boy and stuff like that?" And then he said that's not becoming of the UFP to ask that question, despite the fact that other members had done way worse than that, put it that way.
And they continued to do worse as well, didn't they? We've kind of called them out a few times.
Right. Well, see, and my point at that time, right, was he wasn't acting as UFP as UFP chairman. He was acting as
Chasing Dissent.
Yeah, as Chasing Dissent. So the organisation, as an accreditation organisation, should have been blind at that point, unless someone complained about them. Right? Why would an accreditation organisation take any action?
No, right? Absolutely, and still the question is valid that I asked. Unless he purported to be acting as chair of the UFP. I believe I was wearing
deputy chair. Sorry,
I believe I was wearing a massive puffer jacket that said "Chasing Dissent" on it, John.
Yeah, and so even if you were wearing your UFP accreditation, that's got fuck all to do, because you could have been an NUJ journalist and done exactly the same thing, and the NUJ would not have pulled you up for it unless someone had made a complaint.
I was an NUJ journalist until I willingly left it in favour of this.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. You could have been an NUJ journalist, and unless someone complained to the NUJ, they wouldn't fucking have done anything about it. So why would the UFP do something about it at that point? And that's the point where I think they ceased to become an accreditation organisation and they became a vanity project.
But it shouldn't have been anything beyond that anyway. But he then spent 3 days bullying, harassing, calling me out in front of every other member, trying to belittle me, make me feel this small. And all the while doing that was using our free images to advertise his organisation, not just our pictures, but videos and stuff like that. we had a charter, we had a code of conduct, and on that code of conduct, it was you must be, what was it, at least 3/4 of the board or members must elect for any kind of action.
To be elected to the position, you had to have, I think you had to have not just a majority, you had something like
7/8
majority, or 7/8, and you had to have the same to be removed.
Yeah,
but no, that wasn't even put to the vote, was it?
No, so he just
a unilateral decision.
He stole the Twitter account off me. So I woke up in the morning. I was meant to do an interview on a Friday morning. I won't say who with, but I was meant to do an interview. I woke up in the morning. He'd stolen my interview, right?
Yeah.
And then he stole my Twitter account, which he still uses to this day, I might add.
Not very effectively, though, Ben.
No, not very effective.
And then he sent you all a message that just said he had unilaterally, despite the fact that we'd all built this together, built in loads of codes of conduct and ethics, he'd unilaterally not only removed me from my position, but removed me from my organisation. He then tried to convince John and Adam that they should stay with him and, I guess, not have anything to do with me anymore.
Mm-hmm. So I stayed for a couple of days because what I wanted to find out was, well, my contention to the body was that we had a process in place and it wasn't followed, and I had a couple of backers on that, and But
then he ultimately told you all, didn't he, that he'll do it to any of you.
Just ultimately turned around and goes, "It's my organisation. If I want to remove someone, they're removed, and that's it." So, and at that point, I'm like, so. You know, and the one that sealed it was, and if it happened again, I would do exactly the same thing. And
which is odd.
Okay,
yeah. That's not what we had built. That's not what had been decided. And I think we dodged a bullet. Put it that way, because as John said, it's become what he so vehemently tried to stop it becoming, which was an activist organisation.
If it's you either make an accreditation organisation or you don't. And then the thing is, if you're an accreditation organisation, yes, you set proper rules for what people can and can't do, but those proper rules are limited to you report truthfully, you don't report facts you don't know to be true, you don't fucking, you don't stalk people, you don't harass them, you don't you recant things if you find out them to be false. I mean, these are sensible rules that any journalistic accreditation organisation would put in place. They would not be,
content
you
producers.
would then not go and make do activism on your own behalf as the organisation.
But
an organisation shouldn't be doing that if it's an accreditation organisation. So this is a kind of hybrid thing that's now become. It's trying to be an accreditation organisation, but it's never going to get there because it's doing activism.
But this is not to disparage any of the individual members. Some of the individual members are absolutely wonderful people.
Not at all.
They were just as blindsided by the actions of one as the rest of us.
I'm talking about the organisation as it stands, and it's the organisation that's at fault here because the organisation doesn't know what it wants to be, and the organisation doesn't know what it wants to be because the man at the head of that organisation doesn't know what he wants to do.
It's almost like he uses the platform for personal promotion.
Yeah.
He wants to sell a book, for example, so he'll use the platform to do that. He wants to push his content. He uses his position to go on other people's stuff to promote himself.
And the thing is, you know what? See, everyone that was in this organisation was very much on the side of anti-establishment.
Absolutely, that was the point.
Yeah, well,
because they could not get accreditation.
No. Yeah, exactly. But there should have been no barrier to establishment people joining that.
There wasn't a barrier. Well, not as far as we were concerned.
Yeah, I know.
Not as far as we were concerned. It was for anyone and everybody who wished to have that accreditation.
But when the organisation starts to promote activism, does that not put a barrier up?
Yes.
Yeah, it does.
Back in 1 minute, chaps.
Yeah.
Okay.
No worries.
Well, I think it might be time to, when Adam does come back, it might be time to quickly close the show. So yeah, you asked, we told, and it's been a long time. You know, we've been holding that back for a while, and we didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it at the time, sort of earlier this year, because emotions were high, right?
Yeah.
They're not anymore.
And it wasn't the right time because the emotions were high, and you know what? It didn't benefit us. That's the thing. And I don't care about the other organisation, but it didn't benefit us because we don't want the scene to be bitter or anything like that. So that's why we just sat on it. And there was no need to report it because we were doing our thing and we were carrying on doing our job as we see it. And we haven't changed. We haven't changed our viewpoint. We haven't changed our outlook. We haven't changed our opinion. We haven't changed the way that we deliver. You know, we're still doing the same thing, and we think that works. If it doesn't work, let us know. If you do like it, share it. Yep. Tell people. Subscribe.
Hit the like button.
The word. You know, do all that. Because if you think this works, then we want to hit more people. But you know what? If it doesn't work, we want to know as well, because we'll change. Because we've changed our approach a number of times as we've done these shows, and some of them I think really hit. I personally love doing the Friday night show.
I do.
It's something I look forward to every week. In fact, I look forward to it so much last week that we did another one on Sunday.
Yeah. No, he's right. He's absolutely right. And at the end of the day, like I said, at the time, emotions were very high, so it wasn't the right time. In fact, there is a video on our channel that we recorded at the time, and it's private, and it explains everything that happened in far more depth than what we've explained here tonight. But we've sat on it. We have never made it public. We've never released it.
I tell you what we'll do. We'll put it into Discord for subscribers only, couldn't we?
Yeah. Okay.
Good idea.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's time. It was put up on YouTube, so it's time stamped. So it's very much as it happened.
Yeah. No. And the thing is, like I said, just because we're telling you what happened doesn't mean that we're in any way bitter anymore. Because do you know what? It's just one less thing to do. As far as I'm concerned, because we are trying to do everything we can to build what we have here and, you know, nurture our little show and make it a lot of fun, and hopefully you people enjoy it. And it's just one less thing to do. And ultimately, I do feel we dodged a bullet, right?
Yeah, I think we did.
You know, if we only got into this wanting it to be a democratic accreditation organization, and it became a raving dictatorship before it was even launched. And then it took 1 month of asking before he removed me from his promotional videos, and you too. Yeah. And we asked him repeatedly, and he just used us and said, sorry, I can't do it. Oh, it's going to take 3 weeks to edit you out. What?
Yeah. But anyway. So thank you, Trudy. Thank you, Trudy, for saying it works extremely well. We appreciate it.
And thank you, one and all. Now that's your bit, John.
Oh. Thank you, one and all, for attending this Friday Night All In with me, Ben, and Adam. It's been great.
For you.
Christmas, all the Christmas.